Hey guys, it's Monday, April 16th, 2018. How you all doing? Today's video is going to be about Facebook and my thoughts on some of what Mr. Zuckerberg talked about last week when he sat down and met with members of Congress and was questioned about the privacy and the data collection, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And, I'm just going to give my thoughts on the matter. First off, I signed up for Facebook about 9 years ago. In February, actually, it was 9 years ago. I made friends with a bunch of people I went to school with years ago. It was nice to get back in touch. At that point, we were all planning on getting together for a 10-year reunion. Now we got our 20-year reunion coming up next year. It's hard to believe that much time went by that quickly. So I did that and made friends with lots of my family members, it was a nice platform kind of in the beginning to reach out and connect with people. Social networking, as it was called in those days. So anyhow, I guess people think that when they join a website on the internet that your privacy is number one. Now, none of us wants any creepy people coming up on our page and harassing us and doing stuff like that. And obviously, if something like that happens, you want to take the right steps legally to have it stopped. But I think as far as all of us are concerned, probably our number one enemy was Facebook itself. And I've talked about this in posts before. I've posted about it probably about a month ago, 3 weeks to about a month ago. I posted about it. Apparently it was as many as 87 million people got their data scraped and it was sold off. Now, this is not exactly uncommon practice. I mean, websites do this type of stuff all the time. So, this is how they determine what content to show you in terms of ads, so on and so forth, etc., etc. I really don't think they need to do it. I think they put the algorithms in place because they want to present ad content to you that they think might be valuable to you. So that's probably why they look at your data. I would tend to believe that's probably perhaps the only reason why they would do it. I've heard suggestions of other reasons, but without proof, I don't know. But I would think the most logical reason would be to present you with the type of content, as far as ads that you would be most interested in. And like I said, companies do this every day, so that's nothing to worry about. It is a little bit invasive. Yeah, they kind of did take advantage of most of you that are, not up to speed on that. Because it's just like when you're at your job and you fill out those forms, you fill out a conflict of interest form at your job, something like that. Most people don't take the time to read that stuff. They just pencil whip it and there you go, done. Let me get to work. So, and then they get in trouble a year later if they're doing something that's completely unrelated to work and they're making money. Employer has to come in and says, "Oh, we like you. You've done good things for us, but you really can't be doing that stuff at work. It's in violation of a policy. You signed a form. We have to let you go." I've heard about people doing that before. And there's other stuff like, sometimes people sign non-compete forms and they don't do that. So, you know what? That's another recommend to you guys, those of you in job hunt. Read the paperwork very carefully before you sign it. Make sure you do not sign non-compete forms. You want to have the freedom to go do any fucking job you want to do. So make sure you never sign a non-compete form. If they're going to make you sign that, don't go to work for them. Conflict of interest form, yeah, fill that out. You should know better. If you're at work 8 hours a day, the company you work for owes you. Don't be doing other stuff like that. That's stupid. But anyhow, back to Facebook. So I kind of feel in my heart that they maybe took advantage of the subscribers a little bit by doing that. But that's not the part that is really bad here. What's bad is The censorship. YouTube did it. They did it to me. They would pull ads from my videos. If, I did a video a while back on YouTube, and I actually pulled it off because I did the video. I had rated the songs on Michael Jackson's Thriller album, my least favorite to most favorite. And within 10 minutes of that video being uploaded to YouTube, my channel was monetized at that point. They had pulled the ads, and I got the little yellow thing next to the monetization sign where when your video is monetized and it's good and they're happy with it, you have the green dollar sign. And, those of you in YouTube land know this too. When your video is monetized and they've pulled the ads because it raised a red flag somewhere in their computer system, they felt your content was not good enough for their advertisers or whatever, they would take the little green dollar sign away and it was yellow. Like a little yellow dollar sign. It's like, like an Amber Alert type thing for your video. So I, back before the new partner program rules went into place, I actually had to go back and edit a lot of those videos. I had one video that was 10 minutes long. I edited it down to 51 seconds, and they still found something fucking wrong with it. So that one I had submitted for review, and of course it came back fine, and they admitted their mistake. Of course, after it cost me views and money, and, they cost me money for 2 years, not explaining to me how to get all the tax forms filled out and everything so I could start collecting checks. And then, lo and behold, after I get my first check from them, I, like within a couple weeks of getting that first check from the partner program, I get told, oh, you don't have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours a month of view time. So under our new partner program rules, your channel is no longer monetized. So that happened to a lot of the people with the smaller channels. Those of us that are not politically correct. We got our YouTube channels, basically got our income taken away from us, or secondary income in my case. But that's okay. I know how to work on motorcycles. I know how to fix computers. I've been certified for that for years. I've been fixing and building and repairing computers for 20 years now. So, I have a lot of things I can do on the side. I can do basic mechanic work on cars. I like working on bikes too. So it's a lot of things I can do to supplement my income. That's no problem. But, okay, so that's YouTube. Facebook, it seems to be that if you have a conservative view, or you have a Christian view, if you're like Diamond and Silk, who I'm subscribed to. I love those girls. They're entertaining. They're funny, but they also have their facts in place, and I understand their views. Those girls are great, and I will support them any way I can. Subscribe to their channel. I like their videos. They're great, and I want to see those girls happy and smiling. I want to hear them. I want to hear their views and their opinions about things because I tend to agree with them on a lot of things. I have some conservative views. I'm liberal on some other things. I'm not a Republican, though I did have to register Republican to vote for Donald Trump. But to vote for Donald Trump in a primary, that is. I stand by that vote. I own that vote. It's mine. Russia had nothing to do with it. I made that decision on my own. So it seems to be that any time that you have if you have a conservative view on things, like I don't believe governments should be taxing the shit out of people. I'm a guy that's almost 40 years old. I don't have any kids right now, yet I'm a homeowner. I pay property taxes. My property taxes are increased pretty much annually, and I pay property taxes that go predominantly to fund a public school system that I'm not utilizing. So what the hell am I spending money to pay property taxes for? That's a conservative view. Now, I do date women outside of my race, so I'm pretty liberal on that. I like black women, I like mixed women, or biracial women, whatever you want to call them. Puerto Rican women, I like that. I like I like the dark hair. I like natural hair. The darker skin. I've always been fond of that. That's the stuff I like. So I'm pretty liberal as far as that goes. So I don't really identify with any one political party, but I do have some conservative views on things. I've always lived my life on a budget, more so than my brother. But out of respect to him, I'll keep his information off of this video. This is not about him anyway. This video is about Facebook. But anyhow, so that's the problem I have. To censor a person on their religious views, or if they have a conservative view, that's wrong. When we all signed up for Facebook years ago, we didn't sign up to be a liberal Democrat. I was a Democrat at one time, but let's just say a hardcore Democrat. But at one time, let's just say I woke up. I got older and I understood how things, I had to start balancing a checkbook. I had to start paying a mortgage payment every month. I have to start paying property taxes and running a household. So when you do that, you can't worry about accessorizing and having the fancy cars anymore. That's why I drive a modest car now. And if I was going to get one of those fancy cars, I would get one that's a few years old and has a few miles on it that was, well taken care of and serviced properly. But that's part of getting older and becoming more conservative and understanding that, hey, this is how life works. So I don't understand why there would be any attempt via algorithm to determine or deem content unsafe simply because it's not liberal. How could that be possible? I did not understand that, and I thought it was wrong. And I just want to say to Diamond and Silk, should they see this video, I had their backs 100%. I love them. I love their content. I think they're funny and they're very educated, and I hope that I hope their YouTube channel and their Facebook pages, I hope that stuff's all around from many years ago. You girls are the best. So on that note, that's pretty much going to be it. We're going to wrap this one up because we're at almost 12 minutes already. So anyhow, I would say that's the bigger problem here. And you know what? They could, Facebook, if they wanted to run ads, they could do like they did back in the days. Now, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. Back in the days when we had dial-up internet, there used to be these things that they called free internet service providers. If you went to Kmart, you could get a little Blue Light CD. There was Net Zero. Juno, I think, was around. And you had FreeEye.net for a long time. And I got my internet service for free back then. I didn't have to pay nothing. I just had a modem on my computer. I dialed up to a server, and bam, a little ad banner across the top of the screen. And those ads weren't really relevant to me, but who gave a shit? I got my internet for free. No big deal. They could just do it that way instead of worrying about what ads are appropriate to you. And having to worry about what you're interested in or ads for you. Because honestly, do they really care about that on TV? Do they care about that on the radio? No, they don't. The radio hasn't cared about its listeners for years. That's why they play the same tight and narrow playlist of garbage on a daily basis, and they're making songs popular that aren't necessarily great songs. But that's a topic for another video. So anyhow, that's going to be it. Don't you guys bust any springs about them, scraping data or anything. It probably done stop doing that by now anyway. It's just basically it's something companies have been doing for years. No big deal on that. If you're going to get mad about anything, get mad about the censorship, because that's what's wrong. So on that note, I'll have a goody goody. We'll see you in the next video.